The Food Service Exchange presents.
Hi, and welcome to the 6490 installation and training video. The procedures followed in this training program are those found in your installation guide in your operator's manual. Now that the machine has been uncrated and unpacked, we want to make sure that there's at least 4 inches of clearance on each side of the machine. We will begin with checking the hopper inventory. Inside the machine hopper, you should find the drip tray package, the drip tray, the splash guard, the drip tray bracket, the installation screws, and underneath the splash guard will be the handle and the handle pin. There will be a tune-up kit, a brush kit, a manual, and laminates. Once we have verified that the hopper inventory is correct and complete, we will start prepping the machine to be ran with product. We will begin this process by disassembling the machine. During this process, we are going to check that all of the machine parts can be located. Feel free to grab your laminated parts guide to cross-check that each part is present. We are going to begin with removing the hand screws from the door assembly. Pull the door assembly, remove the beater guide, then the torque assembly. Remove the beater assembly. When removing or putting in the torque assembly, be sure that you have located the torque guide. Locate the drive shaft in the barrel. Remove the drive shaft and the drive shaft gasket. The torque guide occasionally sticks into the drive shaft. Once all of the parts have been accounted for, we will begin the machine assembly. We are going to install the front drip tray and splash shield. We are going to lubricate the drive shaft portion that comes in contact with the rear shell bearing. Do not lubricate the square end of the drive shaft. That inserts into the gearbox. Make sure that the drive shaft gasket is attached to the drive shaft. Lubricate the outside. Insert the drive shaft into the rear shell bearing at the back of the cylinder. Turn the drive shaft until the key engages firmly into the socket of the gearbox. Reassemble the beater assembly by installing the beater blade into the beater blade clip. Then insert it into the beater, ensuring that the holes in the blade and the clip are securely positioned with the beater. Insert the beater assembly into the freezing cylinder. Then turn and align with the hole at the rear of the beater. Slide the beater all the way onto the drive shaft so that it does not protrude from the front of the freezing cylinder. Now we have our torque assembly. Lubricate the O-ring and slide it back onto the torque assembly. Place the torque guide onto the short end of the torque assembly, but do not lubricate. The torque assembly should be rotated so that the hole is facing upward in the 12 o'clock position. Once the torque assembly is in the cylinder, we are now going to assemble the dispensing door. Insert the draw valve into the dispensing door, leaving approximately 1 inch of the valve sticking out of the top of the door. It is important to ensure that the hole on the draw valve is facing further away from the dispensing door. Rotate the draw valve so the flat part on the top of the draw valve is perpendicular to the door face. Insert the ice buster through the door spout and into the slot located just above the lower O-ring. With the ice buster in place, rotate the draw valve to allow installation of the draw handle. This will lock the ice buster in place. Insert the handle pin. If needed, rotate the draw handle until the handle pin is fully inserted. This secures the draw handle and prevents it from being pulled out. Now we are going to attach the large rubber gasket into the groove on the back of the side of the freezing door. Lightly lubricate the rubber gasket. Put the beater guide on. Align the door assembly with the torque assembly, but do not push all the way in yet. We are going to lift the sensor arm. Now we are going to install the torque arm. Verify proper installation by moving the torque arm back and forth, ensuring that it moves freely and easily. Now that the machine has been assembled, we are going to begin the sanitizing process. Mix a packet of food-grade sanitizer with 2 gallons of water. Ensure that the draw handle is closed and the door is sealed tight. Then pour the sanitizer solution into the hopper. Now we will turn the power switch to the wash position. This is position 1. Use a brush to distribute the food-grade sanitizer solution along the hopper walls. Now that we have allowed the sanitizer to agitate for the specified wash time, we will open the draw handle and drain the sanitizer into an empty container. When the solution is out of the machine, close the draw handle and place the power switch to the off position. Now that the machine has been sanitized, we will pour in product. We are going to install the air tube with the hole facing downward. Pour 1 gallon of product into the hopper. Let the cylinder fill to at least 80%. Now we will switch to freeze. This is position 2. We will now wait for at least 10 minutes for our product to freeze. Now that we have product in the hopper and we have waited 10 minutes for the product to freeze, we are going to test the consistency of the product. We're going to open the handle. We're going to dispense about 1/2 cup of product. The goal is to have the product, not too firm but not too soft, and to be able to drink it out of a straw. The viscosity or firmness of the product is adjusted by turning the viscosity adjustment screw, which is located right here on the upper right side of the front panel. Turn approximately 2 full turns clockwise for harder product. For softer product, turn the screw 2 full turns counterclockwise. Stop turning the viscosity adjustment screw when you feel resistance. Turning the screw past this point can damage the machine. Place the lid on the hopper. The product is now ready to be dispensed. I hope you found this training video informational, and again, we thank you for purchasing Spaceman USA.